you talk about the impact that Bryant made as a distributor beyond just the scoring?
Yeah, BMAC, really started us off that game. He made some big plays right at the beginning of the game. He makes big plays every night. He's just a good point guard. So, he's the floor general for us, and he keeps us going.
Would you say he keeps us what? Would you say they're not?
Keeps us going.
Keeps us going. What about Gavin Skelly taking the charge, and what do you think of him with the mask?
Yeah, made a huge play. Take a charge on their best player. At the end of the game like that was a game-winning play. The mask, we all were messing with him at the beginning of the game, but I was knocking on wood myself because I said I don't want to be wearing one of those. So, but he was a good sport about it, and that's a game he plays, and he's gonna get hit in the nose like that sometimes. He likes to get his nose dirty.
Sanjay, Coach was talking about, you guys not having to hit the three-pointers to win tonight, scoring all those points in the paint. And, I mean, did you guys kind of have a chip on your shoulder of, people saying you can't do it without the three?
I wouldn't say that. We just we're going to play our game. The shots were there, we're going to take them. And, at halftime, we just said we got to keep playing defense. Don't worry about missed shots. And, that's something we say every night. We always got to take our shots. And it's not someone else's shot, it's our shot. So we just got to play our game.
Sanjay, you guys as a team have hit the offensive boards pretty hard within the past couple games. You had 11 tonight. Is that just a change in mentality, something that you guys have focused on, or just something that you saw in film that you thought you could exploit tonight?
I wouldn't say that's something we thought we could exploit against Wisconsin, but when Ola went down, a lot of guys everyone had to step up on the the rebounding end, and I think it is a mentality. Guys are trying to get more involved on the glass, and especially it's difficult to rebound out of the zone. Everyone's got to contribute, and everyone's just trying to rebound a little bit more.
The zone man hybrid you guys play, it seems like it would take a little while to build chemistry to be able to know when to transition spots. How do you guys get to the point where you are right now where you've kind of learned how to do that?
It definitely didn't happen overnight. It requires a lot of talk, and I think when we played Minnesota, that was the best we've talked in the zone, and we talked about how we got to keep that up for this game, and we definitely, the zone was definitely different this game against Wisconsin because, was more of a matchup zone. We try to stay with Hayes a little bit, and it just requires talk, especially with the forwards. Because the forwards, me and Aaron had to talk a lot because the guards up top can't really see what's going on behind them. So it just requires a lot of communication.
Brian, the Wisconsin coach said that he started going from the soft hedge to just a straight switch on screens. How did you take advantage of that?
Coach was telling me just to back it out and just kind of attack their big. I'd see him backing up a little bit, so I'd pull for three. And if he didn't, if he stayed up, then I'd just try to go by him. So, that was just an adjustment Coach Collins made, and then I just tried to capitalize on it.
Hap or one of the other big guys switch on to you, and you did, and as you said, you did take those threes. Is that something that Collins encouraged you to, just take him one-on-one or take that shot? And is it maybe something that you might not have done last year?
Yeah, it's something he's definitely encouraging me to do. One time I drove, and he got on me for not just stepping into another one and taking it. I definitely probably wouldn't have done it last year. I probably just would have looked at throwing into Ola because a guard switched on him. So it's just a little different mentality without him then. And when he comes back, I'll be interested to see, how things change with that.
Yesterday you spoke on the skid and how you had trouble not doing too much or doing too much. Where do you find the balance between facilitating and just taking over from a scoring standpoint?
Yeah, that's the toughest thing as a point guard is figuring out how to get everyone involved, but also keep yourself involved in the game. And then if you have it going, kind of like I did tonight, where I was seeing the ball go in the basket a lot, it's tough because you want to get people involved because it's, as a point guard, that's just kind of my job, and that's how I like to play. I'd rather get other guys involved and get other guys shots, and that's that's kind of what happened tonight. I got off to a quick start, and then I tried to be a facilitator, and Coach Gates kind of got on me a little bit. and telling me if I had it going, just to keep going. And so I got back into the swing of things and just went from there.
Hey, Brian. Do you feel any different this year in Big Ten play than last year? Obviously, the experience and got a little bigger helps too.
Yeah, I feel a lot different just from the fact of I've been through a lot. The 10-game skid last year really made me grow up a lot. And then the added weight and just the maturation of my game I think it's just made me a completely different player than last year.
Bryant, you guys have won by hitting a lot of threes. You guys won tonight by going inside. I mean, how does it feel to prove that you guys can win in a lot of different ways?
Yeah, I mean, that's what all good teams do. They just find a way to win. And I think that's the good takeaway from this game is we're a good team, and we can realize that just from the fact that we aren't a one-dimensional team. We can find other ways to win. And so when we weren't knocking down threes, we just had to attack the basket. We got them in foul trouble early in the second half, and we took advantage of it, I felt like.
Maybe I saw wrong. It looked like late in the second half after you had an inside hand layup, you kind of flexed on them a little bit. So I'm just kind of wondering how your level of confidence has changed since you came in as a freshman.
I was just mad I didn't get the and one, and my emotions got the best of me a little bit. And, yeah, I didn't really flex. I just kind of threw my arms up in a flexing motion, you know. I didn't want to pull out the guns. It's a game.
One more in back.
After dropping your first 2 conference home games, what is the importance of getting this win at Welsh-Ryan?
Yeah, we talked about we have to protect our home court, especially in this conference. Wins are hard to come by anyway, and when you give wins away, opportunities at home to win away, then it makes things really tough to finish where we need to in the Big Ten standings and everything. So we've talked a lot about how we need to protect our home court and just come ready to play. We haven't played well, and we haven't been happy with the way we've been playing when we're at home.
Chris said you're one of the elite players in the Big Ten. Do you see yourself that way yet?
I don't look at stuff like that. I'm just trying to help us win. It's not something I'm worried about. We have too much as a team. We have too much going on for me to worry about that.